Good morning, students. The next topic which we are going to start, that is total internal reflection in a prism. In case of total internal reflection in a prism, we are going to discuss basically three different kind of prisms. But the first case here we are having for total internal reflection through a prism, the one is total reflecting prism. Okay, the right angled prism or total reflecting prism, or you can name it as right angled isosceles prism also. So three names are there for this prism. Three cases we are going to discuss on this. The first one is here, deviate a ray of light through 90 degree, then deviate a ray of light through 180 degree, and then to erect the inverted image without producing deviation in its path. Now bacha, what is happening in this case? See what we are having. We are having a prism. A prism is there having 90 degree, 45 degree and 45 degree angle. It's a totally reflecting prism. It passes undeviated into the prism and strikes the surfaces. Now how this happens? See, it coming at 90 degree. It coming at 90 degree, so it remains what? Undeviated. Here it makes what? 45 degree angle. And we know that the glass air interface makes 42 degree angle. The critical angle of glass air interface is 42 degree. Now this 45 degree angle is what? Greater than 42 degree. So total internal reflection occurs. When total internal reflection occurs, here also it will make what? 90 degree angle. So it will pass undeviated. So here what we are having, you can see now carefully the diagram. A beam of light is incident normally at the surface AB. All of you have seen it passes undeviated into the prism and strikes at the surface AC at an angle incident equal to 45 degree, which is what? Which is greater than 42 degree as the critical angle of glass air interface. So total internal reflection occurs at the face AC because the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle. The refracted beam inside the prism then strikes the base BC. Where it strikes the base BC, it's normal there, so it again passes undeviatedly. So I hope this is now clear to you. Okay, it again passes undeviatedly. So the first case is deviate a ray of light at 90 degree. It is deviating the ray of light at 90 degree. Now in note they have given the principle of reversibility. By the principle of reversibility of the path of light, if light is incident normally on the face BC, it is normally on the face BC, okay, normally on the face BC, it will emerge out from the face AB and suffers total internal reflection at the face AC. In this prism, what happened? Because of this isosceles right angled prism, okay, whatever the rays are coming, the reflection occurs at this point, and at these surfaces what you are having a undeviated rays. This kind of prisms we are using where? We are using this kind of prisms in periscope. At the place of plane mirror, nowadays this prism is using so that you can the better images. So the use is periscope, the name is right angled prism, isosceles right angled prism or total reflecting prism. Okay, the B part of it we are having now to deviate a ray of light through 180 degree. Now you can just see the positions. We just invert this prism and here we are having 90 degree angle here, 45 degree, 45 degree. Here what? We keep the object. We keep the object, rays are coming, obviously it's passing from the face AC undeviatedly. Now it strikes the face what? Strikes the face AB, making an angle 45 degree. 45 degree which is greater than what? 45 degree angle is greater than angle of 42 degree. Total internal reflection occurs, see, at this point, and again total internal reflection occurs at this point. It is occurring at 2 points. Here it occurs at 1 point. Here a single object ray is occurring at here 2 points, and similarly when it's coming from the you are taking this rays from Q point, again one reflection occurs here and another reflection occurs here. So two reflections are there. I hope from this it's clear to you to deviate a ray of light through 180 degree. Now see what happened in this case. We are having a prism ABC, okay, where B is having what? 90 degree angle. So when PQ falls normally on AC, this PQ falls normally on AC, it strikes what? It strikes the side AB of the prism. Since it is making here angle of 45 degree and the glass air interface is having angle 42 degree, so it suffers total internal reflection. The similar things happen at the face BC also beta. Again it's making 45 degree angle, but glass air interface is having 42 degree angle, so it again suffers total internal reflection. The beam of light inside the prism now falls normally on the face AC. यहाँ पे फिर क्या आ गया? फिर normally on the face AC. Normally, here it is normally, total internal reflection occurs, total internal reflection occurs and it comes back normally. Therefore, passes undeviated out of the prism. So that's why it's coming from the prism undeviatedly. But why the image is inverted? Passes from the image undeviatedly out, forming the image P dash Q dash of the object as PQ. Now, image P dash Q dash. Why this happen? Thus gets deviated by 90 degree at each reflection. At every reflection it is deviated at 90 degree. So that's why the total deviation of two reflections is what? 180 degree. Total deviation of two reflections is what? 180 degree. Okay, and this kind of prisms we use in binocular cameras. The next one now we are having to have the erect the inverted image without deviation. This is very important from your examination point of view. Here also there is a case of total internal reflection. You see here now where we are having a 90 degree angle, prism is like this only. We just change the position of the object. When we change the position of the object, how we are getting the image? Here they are telling us this. Now what happened in this case? You see the beam of light from the object PQ, okay, is incident parallel on the face. It's parallel to the face. Which face it's parallel? Sorry, I just write it. It's A. Otherwise you will get confused. I'm just changing the names here. This PQ is parallel to the face AC. ठीक है? Traveling this PQ is what? The incident is parallel to the face AC of the prism and strikes the face AB of the prism. Parallel to AC, strike the face AB of the prism. Traveling from glass to air at an angle of incidence greater than the critical angle of 42 degree. When it strikes here, what it makes? It makes here an angle which is greater than the angle of 42 degree, which is the critical angle of the glass air interface. So what happened? Total internal reflection occurs. Total internal reflection occurs. The beam inside the prism now strikes the face. Now beam inside the prism. This beam inside the prism, it strikes the face now BC. When it strikes the face BC at an angle incidence less than the critical angle, hence it suffer refraction. From glass to air and bend away from the normal. The beam emerges parallel to the face AC. What happened here? First part I just told you that beam here parallel to AC. The rays are coming, here they are striking, making an angle greater than 42 degree. So that's why total internal reflection occurs. After the total internal reflection occurs, it strikes at this point. But when it strikes at this point, it makes here angle less than what? Less than 42 degree. So that's why refraction occurs. But yes, the ray whatever you are getting, that is parallel again to the face AC. So because of that, what happen? You will get what? Erect image. So this is just used for erecting the images. So this is known as the erecting prism also. This is known as the erecting prism also. So these are the three cases which we have done. So next I'll continue in next video.